Hi, my name is Francine and I have ovarian cancer. We don't know how long I have, so my job right now is to make every day count. Hi, everybody. This is the morning that I'm going to Gettysburg PA for a couple of days with the girls, and I'm packed. I feel good. I have a little time. So I thought maybe I would bank a video that I can upload maybe on Sunday. Um, but I was a little bit at a loss as far as what to talk about today because I have some things ready, but they're not quite ready yet, and I need to do a little more research. So I decided that I'm going to ask AI to just give me a topic and we'll go with it. How's that? I've been having kind of some fun with that. And I let the AI do some of the research that I need. I can't get it to script it or anything, but I'm usually like on the fly kind of girl. Anyway, so let me just go ahead and ask. Let's see. And I'm using the ChatGPT, but I have a list of, like, I could use all of them, but sometimes the answers are so similar that I feel like they draw on the same source. I don't know what that source is. This is like freaking magic. I don't question it. I'm like almost 62. So, when you're older, you just don't question it. You just go with it. You complain a lot, but you don't question it. Okay, so here's the options. I was hoping for just one, but now I got to choose. Okay. The truth about cancer fatigue, it's more than just being tired. Is the cancer battle worth fighting? Signs that you're nearing the end. Would I do differently if I could restart my cancer journey? Maybe that. Oof. And when doctors and hospitals fail us. I don't like any of those, but let's talk about, you know what? Let's talk about cancer fatigue, because now I'm doing like kind of a double whammy where I'm also dealing with heart fatigue, or, from my, I don't know, offbeat rhythms. And I feel that fatigue comes with most cancers, but so do the treatments. I mean, if you have cancer, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me how you fight your fatigue. But for me, I mean, I had no idea. I had no idea how tired I would be. Like, that's what took me to the doctors in the first place. It wasn't just nausea, but it was also this inability to just get through the entire day without a nap. And once it got to the point where it was 2 and 3 naps, that was a little ridiculous. But I also feel that there are many illnesses that cause fatigue. It's not just cancer. I kind of wonder, in this day and age when we're eating all these processed foods and things like that aren't helping us, they're only contributing to exhaustion. I mean, like, if I eat too many carbs, I eat spaghetti, I want a nap. And that could be the diabetes. But I feel that if we don't watch our nutrition, that's not going to help any. So there's many, many reasons that we get fatigue. It comes from a lot of different places. And for me, I absolutely feel like the diet plays into it. I feel like that for everyone. The diabetes, absolutely for me. The cancer, absolutely for me. And the heart issues, that my pills are coming in today, so I doubt they're coming in by the time I leave, but that's all right. That's all right. So I'll start them on Saturday. And it's really hard to fight. I mean, if you if you have any of these issues or something else, there's just like, if you look at any disease online, okay, and you're looking at symptoms, most often fatigue is there. Fatigue, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, constipation. Yeah, I mean, there are things that you look up online that you find, oh, it could cause diarrhea or constipation. Well, if we have to be very careful about what we're reading, because it's so easy to self-diagnose these days. But fatigue is almost, just this blanket kind of symptom for so many things, And I wonder, do you fight it? I mean, I have a lot of people here with not just cancer, but you're telling me a lot of other diseases. I mean, even if you are a caregiver for someone with cancer or you have concerns, a lot of you have fatigue as a symptom of whatever you're dealing with. So I finally went to the doctors after I needed 2 naps a day. And there are days, don't get me wrong, that I can go without a Ritalin or a nap. The Ritalin certainly does help, but there are days when I'm not nauseous. There are days when my GI issues are not an issue. It's kind of random, but like when I get nauseous, it'll be for days. It's not just, oh, this random thing. I mean, it's something I'm going to have to fight. When I'm fatigued, which is probably the most common symptom for me, or the most consistent, I should say, I could go a week where I just need a nap every day, at least one, sometimes 2. I think Chris worries about me sometimes. He will check in on me if I'm napping a little too long or if I'm napping near dinner, because then I may not sleep good that night. So it's there's this thing about being mindful and really knowing your body. And when you get sick, your body has changed and you have to get to know it all over again. I mean, lots of people say, hey, I know my body. Once I got all this, it was like, I don't know my body anymore. And it kept surprising me. So not only do you have to manage your health care, but you also, like with your doctors and nurses, if you don't feel right about something, then you probably shouldn't. You should probably talk to your doctor. But also managing your health care as far as getting to know your body. You innately know when something's wrong. For instance, pain happens for a reason. It is a signal to tell you there is something wrong. And if you're not happy with those answers, you have to do that research. But you also have to take certain things with a grain of salt. Okay? For instance, WebMD was always a great place to go. They don't have a great reputation now, and I don't know why. And it could be the competition, because there's Cleveland Clinic, there is the Mayo Clinic, and they seem to be all the same articles, but I usually cross-reference them, and I still have to trust the doctor, right? So I'm having like some thoughts about, for instance, this medication coming in, absolutely going to try it. But if it doesn't work, I don't really want to go all the way up in doses and then go over to a beta blocker when I could just go see the electrician and get a second opinion there. So I think that I'm probably going to do that. So I'm not going to talk to my cardiologist at the moment. I'm going to see how these calcium channel blockers work. And if they work for me, great. There's not supposed to be any side effects. They're not, apparently they're very benign, but I have a hard time believing that all medicines are benign. And there's a lot of side effects of other medications that also are causing some fatigue. Beta blockers could be one of them if I go over, but like I said, I'm looking forward to comments. In the last video that I said I asked you that, but that video hasn't been released yet, so I don't know what your comments are, so don't come at me. Anyway, I think that you have to consider fatigue like in almost anything now. The processed foods are the enemy. I have been giving up processed sugar in favor of fruit lately. And I'm happy with that decision. And in fact, I feel like I am a little less fatigued. Now, fruit is sugar, but it's God food. And I can appreciate that. You just can't overdo anything, really. So if I have a piece of fruit a day, a slight occasion I might have two, but that's really rare. I also try to time it because, as you will have seen in the last video, I had a banana in the morning. I cannot have a lot of sugar at night because you don't work it off. You go to bed and it just your blood sugar doesn't go down that quickly. And I'm talking from a diabetic standpoint. A lot of people can do that. A lot of people, that's why we have the the name skinny bitch. Because there are some people that can just eat whatever they want, whenever they want. My mother was one of those people. Unfortunately, I had weight problems that I came from my father's side of the family. And she was, as a kid, they called her Daddy Long Legs, and she got a little pooch as she got older, but it really wasn't much to speak of. So she teased me a lot, even over the years. And she passed before I ever had my surgery. But she'd kind of show me her leg because she's wearing shorts. And she's like, see, I still have beautiful legs. Well, she did. I was always a little jealous of those gams. So, but I'm getting off topic. She was another one who liked her naps. So just to relate it and tie it all together. See, maybe I should script things. But I absolutely would love to know if you have any tricks, because sharing is great. I love that. But if you have fatigue, tell me, but I would love to know if you have any tricks to that. Is it possibly just taking short naps? I think if you take long naps and you go into the REM state, that can be devastating on your system because when you get up, that's when you feel worse than you did. So I know that taking less than 45 minutes is important. And I do that. If Chris and I nap together, he usually sets an alarm for 25 to 35 minutes because he also has a really hectic schedule. And I don't think he has illness like that, but he tuckers out a lot because he gets up kind of in the middle of the night. So that's very convenient for me. We have a midday nap together. I kind of like it. A lot of times if I do see a client, I come home and it drained me, and Chris will just look into my eyes and go, yeah, you're tired. So I think that's should I ask ChatGPT to tell me if I missed anything, right? It's scary, ChatGPT. But I have seen videos now. And this is along the same vein because I allowed ChatGPT to dictate what I talked about. I was surprised I got a choice. I have seen some videos now that people are allowing ChatGPT to dictate what they eat in a day or food challenge. And they're hilarious, by the way. It's I'm going to eat fast food for 48 hours. I'm going to ask ChatGPT where I should eat and what I should get. And, they'll always say yes. And I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. So it's sure, have 8 hamburgers. And they do it. Oh. It's one thing. Somebody had mentioned they look forward to a mukbang. From me, I'm going to be very disappointing. Very disappointing. And I have to keep talking about fatigue. And if I'm not disappointing, I'll be taking a very, very long nap. So, okay, did I talk about fatigue? I got it in. I really think I rose to the occasion. Okay, that I'm going to close. I am looking forward very much so to going to Gettysburg. I way overpacked. I think that we're going to be um, we're going to be having a good time. But we're all in the same age group. Three of us are actually the same age, and I'll bet you dimes to donuts that they also overpacked. Okay, so I hope you have a great weekend, and I love you all. And thanks for being here. Be blessed. Bye.